It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end. It'll be a touchback. The give out of the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And he's incomplete on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. This head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with with an interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
This is a design run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Here comes the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. On the move. Hard running there. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Caught behind the line. It's Morgan. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off-play action on first down. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands take. He just keeps moving. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down. To the air, it's Underwood. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Making side adjustments here. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him in. It's Peoples. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely center cut. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. How about that return? He may not get credit for a touchdown, but if they can pay it off, that score set up by the return man. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And you can tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's got the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo as they unpack the pile. It's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Under fire. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's looking deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Catch in the middle. It's Hansen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Calls his own number. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Michigan. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He'll keep it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Breaks the tackle. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Ohio State! Grabbed in the end zone. It's 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here he comes from inside his own. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to let it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. We got a close game here in the 3rd quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3 and out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Gets the back moving. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He might want another play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Smith. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Leaves it with the running back. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air. It's Sayin. Oh, they're after him. Extending the play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the comeback is on.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. They want to throw it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Going for it all. He's got it on the left. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
Looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That slices the lead to 2. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a...
There he goes! Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, you have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a comeback this has been. They've just kept fighting and put themselves in position here, David.
This has been unbelievable, and once you get momentum going, a lot of times it's so hard to stop it. Palmer, this defense is reeling, and this offense is on fire.
Yeah, this offense, they just have this look right now like they can't be stopped because of all the success they've been having recently in this game. They're a completely different unit than what we saw at the beginning.
On the ground, it's Peoples. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And, guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Looking left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Morgan. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Finally some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, obviously here in the 4th quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. They're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Davis looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Morgan. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The game may be the best rival.